Hello everybody, and welcome to the monthly stats video for April. Now I know I said I would get the video done about my insulation results, but I've just been like so busy. I just really haven't had time to do it. I'll really try and do it in the next week or two. So yeah, I will do it. I just need to get around to it, but yeah, it's coming. So yeah, this is the video for the April's monthly stats, and let's just get straight into the figures. So we generated a total of 838 kilowatt hours in April, and that was about 360 kilowatt hours more than March. We imported 423 kilowatt hours, and we exported 59 kilowatt hours. Now let's look at the money. Well, in total we used 1,202 kilowatt hours in April, which is about the same as last month. And the cost of that, if we were on a standard Octopus tariff and had no solar and no battery or anything, that amount of energy would have cost us £458.58. So having solar has saved us £288.82, because we basically got the electricity that we generate from the solar for free. Having home battery storage and being on the Octopus Go tariff saved us £108.67, and that's just due to the fact that we can charge the batteries at night using the cheap rate and use that during the day, so avoiding the more expensive daytime rate. This figure I'm expecting to go down now as we get into the middle of the year, where I should be generating so much solar that I never need to charge from the grid at night anymore. So I expect that value to drop while we're in the middle of the summer, and then it'll probably start coming up back again as we go into the autumn and into the winter, when I'll have to start charging the house batteries from the grid again. And our export FIT payments earned us £107.23. So the total cost to us for 1,202 kilowatt hours that we used in April was £62.63. That's how much was on my bill. £13.37 of that was the standing charge, which means the average price we paid per kilowatt hour in April was 4.13, which is an improvement on March, where we were paying 5.75 on average. So yeah, we've dropped by more than 1.5 pence a kilowatt hour, because we're generating so much more for ourselves now. So our electricity bill was £62.63, as I've already said. Our FIT feed-in payments were £107.23, which means our energy cost for April was zero. And in fact, we actually made £44.60 profit. Now let's look at the pie charts for the month. This is the pie chart that shows what we did with our generated power, and you can see that we used 779 kilowatt hours, which is about 93% of all the power we generated, meaning that we only exported 7%, which is just under 60 kilowatt hours. If we compare that to March, then you can see it's broadly similar in terms of percentages, but obviously we're just a bit more now because we generated more. This pie chart shows the generated power broken down by inverter. and you can see that most of it is coming from my Solar X inverter, which is a 5 kilowatt inverter, and it has about 5.4 kilowatts of panels connected to it. So yeah, 502 kilowatt hours came from that. That's about 60% of the total. 115 came from my 1 kilowatt inverter. That has 1.2 kilowatts of panels connected to it. They're also on the roof of my house along with the main array. 141 kilowatt hours came from my wall mounted solar panels. There's about 2.9 kilowatts of panels connected to this 2 kilowatt inverter, and yeah, they're on the south facing wall of my house. And then lastly, we've got 80 kilowatt hours coming from my shed mounted solar array. There's just 1 kilowatt of panels there, and that's attached to my MPP solar off-grid inverter, and that's almost 10% of the total. If we compare that to March, you can see that it's again broadly similar percentages. It's just we're generating a bit more because the days are longer, but in terms of percentages, yeah, it's about the same. Lastly, let's look at the pie chart that shows the energy mix in terms of prices. So you can see that 779 kilowatt hours was generated, which means it was effectively free. That's 65% of the total. And 361 kilowatt hours was from the Octopus Go cheap rate. That's about 30% of the total. And the last 4% came from the expensive part of the Octopus tariff. That was nearly 50 kilowatt hours. But you can see by far, 96% of all of our energy is either free or very low cost. And this is why we've managed to get our average price per kilowatt hour down to about 4 pence this month. So our best day was on the 4th of April, and on that day we generated 52.5 kilowatt hours, and here is the graph for that day, and you can see this was a perfect blue sky day, not a cloud in the sky, and so yeah, generating over 50 kilowatt hours in one day is really good. That's an exceptional day. Here is the worst day, and the worst day was the 21st of April, and on that day we generated just 11 kilowatt hours. Here is the import graph that shows the power we've imported from the grid broken down into half-hourly segments. You can see that for most of the days it's during the night, during the Octopus Go cheap rate, it's 7.5 pence a kilowatt hour. But there are quite a few days in there where we're not pulling anything at all. And in fact, we've got a streak on there of about 5 days in April where we didn't pull anything from the grid at all for 5 straight days. So that's a new record for this so far this year. So as I say, yeah, for April, total off-grid days was 10, and consecutive off-grid days was 5. So year to date, we've had a total of 15 days off-grid, and our biggest off-grid consecutive streak is 5 days, and that was in April. So that's it for the stats for this month. Thanks to everyone who's been using my Octopus referral code. It's on the screen now. I think another person has used it, so I want to say thank you to them for using that code. We'll both enjoy our £50 bonus. But yes, anyone else who's interested, please do consider using my link if you're going to join Octopus. They are really are very good, so you wouldn't regret it. They're a fantastic company. But yeah, that's it for the month. Thanks for watching. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers.